Hi friends, today I am going to talk about the most mysterious part of the body, widely investigated but least understood part of body known as brain. Today I will discuss the largest part of brain known as cerebrum. This uppermost and largest part of brain is known as cerebrum and it makes 90% volume of total brain. The surfaces of brain in mammals is not smooth but having valleys and hills. These valleys and hills are known as sulcus and gyrus. These are more convoluted in human beings to increase the surface area of brain, and a small cranial cavity accommodates about 2500 centimeter square area of this cerebrum. So today I am showing you the main part of brain which controls the intellectual and motor sensory activities of body. Here this part, the largest part, is known as cerebrum and divided into parts by a longitudinal fissure which goes long way back and long way down here. These two parts of cerebrum are divided by a sheath or a fold of dura mater known as falx cerebri. So this is sagittal section of cerebrum. This individual part of cerebrum is known as cerebral hemisphere. This is right cerebral hemisphere. So these hemispheres, or I am talking about a single hemisphere, is divided in three surfaces. This is suprolateral surface, here medial surface, and this is inferior surface of cerebral hemisphere. Three borders are there. This is supromedial border which divides supralateral surface to the medial surface. Here is inferior-medial surface which partition medial surface to inferior surface, and here is inferior-lateral surface which divides supralateral surface to the inferior surface. There are three poles: occipital pole behind, this is temporal pole, and frontal or orbital pole anteriormost. The surfaces of brain are divided in different gyri and sulci. This is supralateral surface. Broadly it is having two sulci. This large and horizontal is known as posterior ramus of lateral sulcus, here also known as lateral fissure of Sylvius. The other major sulcus is central sulcus. Here you can see it is central sulcus. This sulcus which meets to the supromedial border is known as central sulcus. Here it is central sulcus, and this is lateral sulcus, posterior ramus, and length of this lateral sulcus is about 7 centimeters. So we are talking about central sulcus of Rolando. It divides brain in occipital lobe posteriorly, and it is having the anterior sulcus here known as precentral sulcus. Here you can see precentral sulcus, and the gyrus between the central and precentral is known as motor area or primary motor area. In front of this precentral sulcus there are three sulci, 1 and 2. This is superior orbital, and here is inferior orbital sulcus. This one is superior lateral, and this is superior orbital, and this is inferior orbital. These two sulci divides this surface in three gyri known as superior orbital, middle orbital, and inferior orbital. Then inferior orbital gyri is again divided in three parts by ascending ramus and anterior ramus of this lateral sulcus. These parts are, this is pars orbitalis, pars triangularis, and pars opercularis. Here, now we are talking about temporal lobe of cerebrum. This is temporal lobe. It is separated from this parietal lobe by lateral fissure of Sylvius. This temporal lobe is having superior temporal and inferior temporal sulci. These two sulci divides this part in superior temporal, middle temporal, and inferior temporal gyri. Here, behind this lateral sulcus, here is a gyrus known as superior marginal gyrus, and behind this superior temporal there is a gyrus known as angular gyrus. Here, now I am talking about parietal lobe. Here is parietal lobe. It is having a deep groove here. It is known as intraparietal sulcus or intraparietal fissure sometimes. It divides parietal lobe into superior parietal and inferior parietal lobule. This is superior parietal lobule, this is inferior parietal lobule. Now, demarcation of parietal lobe and occipital lobe and temporal lobe, these are known, well defined on supralateral surface. So, an imaginary line is formed which runs behind this lateral sulcus, posterior ramus of lateral sulcus behind, and here is pre-occipital nodes. A vertical line is formed from pre-occipital nodes to PO sulcus. This is PO sulcus. So this is occipital lobe, parietal lobe, and temporal lobe. Now, this is inferior surface, this is orbital part, and this is tentorial part of inferior surface. Here, this frontal surface, inferior surface is having a sulcus known as olfactory sulcus. It contains olfactory nerve and bulb of olfactory nerve. This medial gyrus is known as gyrus recti or gyrus rectus. Here is a H-shaped sulcus known as orbital sulcus. It divides the orbital part of inferior surface in four sulci, four gyri known as medial orbital gyri, lateral orbital gyri, anterior and posterior orbital gyri. This is detached part of olfactory nerve which has been removed during dissection. This is, you can see here, is optic nerve, optic chiasma, and optic tracts. Here, this is other specimen where I am going to show the remaining gyri and sulci of inferior surface. This is part of cerebellum and brain stem. Here you can see a deep fissure known as calcarine sulcus. It divides inferior surface into posterior most small projection known as lingula, because it is having shape of tongue, so it is known as lingula. Here it is cuneus. This is known as cuneus. So meaning of cuneus is valve shaped. This is valve shaped. This is tongue shaped. Lingula and cuneus gyrus. The area in front of this cuneus is precuneus area. This is precuneus area. Now, this was inferior surface. Now I will talk about medial surface. This is medial surface. It is having a fissure here. This is callosal sulcus here and cingulate sulcus here. Posteriormost part of cingulate sulcus is known as supraspinatus sulcus here. So this gyrus is known as cingulate gyrus, and upper and anterior part of cingulate gyrus is other gyrus known as medial orbital or medial frontal gyrus here. Here, this is central lobule. This area is known as central lobule, and central sulcus ends in central lobule, and it is also having sensory and motor areas. This is lingula, and cuneus was not on inferior surface, cuneus is here, and this is precuneus. This is medial surface. So this inferior surface is having two parallel sulci. One is collateral sulcus here. This is collateral sulcus, and here middlemost is parahippocampal gyrus, and here is parieto-occipital sulcus. So it is lateral, and this is medial parieto-occipital gyrus. So these are main gyri and sulci of cerebral cortex. I am showing you relations of this cerebral cortex with other parts of body, other parts of brain. This is corpus callosum, and here is third ventricle. This is thalamus, pons, spinal cord, medulla oblongata, and cerebellum. So I am ending here with gyri and sulci demonstration with Abhishek Pradhan.